Hi everyone, it's Kendall and today I'm gonna give you a reality check. Hari ini aku mau kasih kalian reality check of everything. Hari ini kita yapping, oke? Kita yapping tentang reality. Jadi gini, kemarin, nggak kemarin banget sih. A few weeks ago, I went to a seminar. It's about mental health. I expect that to be something atau a circle yang bisa bikin kita sadar, yang bisa bikin kita, be more aware of our mental health and everything. Well, it did, but actually there are some few points yang rada nyeleneh buat aku. And hari ini kita bakal bahas tentang reality. Karena apa? Di saat aku datang ke mental health seminar kemarin, mereka itu ada beberapa guest consult ke pembicaranya, and you know what, they keep on giving us, responnya mereka itu selalu ngasih kita perumpamaan-perumpamaan atau istilah-istilah yang susah buat kita itu mencerna, buat kita yang ngalamin itu mencerna. Kayak misalnya, contoh perumpamaan itu kayak kalian harus bisa naruh diri kalian sendiri di sepatu orang lain. Kayak, come on, we don't need that gitu ya. Salah satu studi kasus yang kemarin ditanyain oleh pesertanya itu adalah gimana sih cara kita itu biar nggak overthinking. Oke, gimana cara kita nggak overthinking, gimana cara kita itu nggak kemakan sama feelings kita sendiri atau sama pikiran kita sendiri. Oke, menurut aku sendiri tentang hal ini adalah kalian itu you have to have at least these two mindset. Yang pertama adalah kalian tahu gimana rasanya capeknya overthinking. Kalian tahu gimana rasanya capeknya kemakan sama pikiran dan isi hati kalian sendiri, and you don't want to feel that way again. Oke, kalian nggak mau ngerasain itu karena kalian tahu rasanya kayak gimana, rasa sakitnya, rasa capeknya, rasa nggak enaknya itu kayak gimana. So you decided buat nggak to feel that way again gitu. Mindset kedua, you are a busy human. Oke, kalian itu adalah manusia yang sibuk. Now, Ken, tapi aku nggak sibuk. It's a different topic, okay? Cari kesibukan. Cuman kalian harus ada pikiran bahwa kalian itu you don't have enough time for that, you don't have enough energy for that, karena you just prefer to waste it on something else that is more worth it gitu. Kalian punya banyak hal yang bisa kalian lakuin daripada kalian harus by the way, tangan aku kesemutan dan ini nggak bisa digerakin. Daripada harus mikirin hal-hal yang nggak penting, daripada harus ngerasain hal-hal yang gak penting. Now, kalau misalnya kalian cerita ke teman kalian tentang how you feel and everything, atau ke psikolog, aku gak pernah ya, jujur aku gak pernah ke psikolog, cuman mostly, dan bahkan di seminar kemarin banyak banget yang bilang feelings kamu itu validate your own feelings kamu itu nyata adanya, apa segala macam. Now, it is, I do agree with that, okay? Go validate your feelings, go validate your thoughts and everything. If you want to speak up, then speak up. Cuman menurut aku asumsi-asumsi atau statements kayak gini tuh yang menggiring opini bahwa you are free to feel everything that you feel. Now what I believe is that feelings yang datang naturally to you is probably one or two things gitu ya. The rest of it itu kalian yang punya hak atau kalian punya tanggung jawab untuk dilanjutkan atau bahkan diberhentikan. That's your choice. Di saat orang bilang validate your feelings kamu itu nyata, rasain aja rasa sakitnya, rasain aja apa segala macam yang kamu rasain. Trust me, statements kayak gitu itu bikin kalian ngerasa kayak, oh berarti aku boleh nih ngerasa kayak gini, oh berarti aku boleh nih overthinking tentang ini, berarti boleh nih aku terlena dalam hal ini. No honey, no, nggak. Okay, it's your choice, it is. Tapi kalau questionnya tadi adalah gimana cara kita nggak overthinking, ya itu akarnya ada di situ. Makanya aku bilang dari akarnya bahwa it's your choice. Kalau kalian nanya ke orang lain, ya they can't do anything about it, but you yourself, you have the choice too. Reality checknya atau reality problemnya dulu ya, reality problemnya dulu. Misalnya kalian punya pacar, entah itu cewek atau cowok ya, pacar kalian. I don't know if you're watching this, you're a girl or a boy, but ketika pacar kalian itu mereka terlalu TikTok oriented, okay? Sekarang tuh lagi ngetrend kayak gitu, kayak Beb, kamu jangan terlalu nonton TikTok lah, kamu jangan terlalu berorientasi pada TikTok, jangan set standardsmu itu dari TikTok dan lain-lain. Gak enak kan kayak gitu. Padahal pacar kalian itu green flag aja gitu, sebenarnya dia green flag aja. Tapi karena dia kemakan sama omongan TikTok, kemakan sama standar TikTok, dia akhirnya banyak pikiran-pikiran, banyak seuzon-seuzonnya ke kamu gitu. Itu sama aja kayak gini ya. Jadi kayak itu tuh asumsi yang sebenarnya nggak harus kalian terima, tapi kalian decided untuk terima karena kalian kebiasaan. Dan personal experience, aku dulu juga kayak gini guys. Aku juga kayak, aku cerita ke teman dan teman aku selalu bilang kayak nggak apa-apa, rasain aja sakitnya apa segala macem. Dalam hati gue kayak, apa yang mau dirasain? Maksudnya kayak siapa yang mau ngerasain rasa itu gitu. Aku juga nggak mau sebenarnya gitu kan. Aku selalu ada feeling kayak gitu. I know it's hard to stop that gitu, cuman ya emang harus dibiasain. Dan personal experience juga, aku juga akhirnya lama-lama nyadar bahwa the more I let, or the more aku terima orang ngomong, you know what, your feelings, validate your feelings are right and everything, itu malah bikin aku banyak ngerasain hal-hal yang nggak harus aku rasain gitu. Dan makin sering, contoh aku biasanya cuma ngerasain breakdown paling cuma sebulan sekali atau seminggu sekali kayak gitu ya. Tapi karena aku ngerasa, you know what, this is normal, akhirnya feelings itu, overthinking itu dia datang sebulan 2 kali, seminggu 2 kali, kan nggak enak ya. Jadi kayak kalian itu sama aja kayak membuka pintu kalian untuk ya udah semua feelings ayo masuk gitu. Padahal nggak enak buat ngerasain hal itu gitu. Jadi what I do is I denial. Yes, aku denial. Tapi denial di sini don't assume about it first, okay? Denial di sini maksudnya adalah aku mulai ngesortir hal-hal yang nggak seharusnya aku pikirin. Itu aku udah mulai realize, oh, you know what, I don't have to think about it. You know what, I don't have to worry about it so much. Karena ketambahan itu tadi, I keep myself busy, I have better things to think about, I have better things to waste my energy on and everything. Bahkan denialku itu bisa dibilang toxic, tapi again, ini karena aku tahu dengan diriku sendiri, I know myself, dan menurut aku dengan cara ini I'm fine with it. Denialku toxic adalah kayak, kan kamu alay, kan kamu apa sih, ngapain kamu harus mikirin ini, ngapain sih kamu harus kayak segini ya, segala macam kayak gitu. Bahkan kadang aku hina sendiri aku gitu ya. Aku jelek-jelekin diriku sendiri kalau aku tuh alay. Kadang aku capek sama kerja, kadang aku capek sama kuliah, kadang aku capek sama circle pertemanan, kadang aku capek just basically about everything. What I say to myself, kan kamu alay. Dan I know it sounds kayak apa ya, kayak di awal itu mungkin itu terdengar kayak you don't have to do that to yourself, kan kamu bisa aja feel what you feel and everything. Tapi fun fact, it works for me. Dengan cara aku dari awal udah ngedenial, dari awal aku udah ngejelek-jelekin myself, aku ngatain diriku sendiri alay, guess what, it saves me a lot of energy, it saves me from bad energy, it saves me a lot from negative thoughts, and I love that for me. I would like to give reality check to my friends personally, but karena ini open forum, ini open, social media, everyone can watch this, jadi nggak etis aja kalau misalnya I give you a reality check bahwa kamu itu alay untuk merasakan sesuatu hal. Okay, but sometimes you just gotta be like that to yourself. Kalian harus bilang kalian sendiri itu alay. Karena apa? Karena kalian itu, misalnya aku umur 19, okay? Aku umur 19 dan aku ngerasa, you know what, hidupku itu masih panjang, aku masih banyak banget bakal facing a lot of different and even worse problems. I don't want to waste my energy on this little thing to think about. Kadang aku pulang kuliah capek, I didn't have time to even lay on my bed for like 5 minutes, no, and then I have to go to work. I just have to continue to go to work. Ya aku tetap cerita ke bunda aku kalau misalnya aku capek. Aku barusan dibilangin sama temanku kayak gini. Apa ya, masalahnya aku juga sadar bahwa energi itu nggak secara fisik ya, di drainingnya tuh nggak secara fisik aja kita capek, tapi kadang kita itu dari omongan orang kayak itu udah cukup buat bikin kita kayak langsung lesu, lemah, letih lesu gitu ya. Aku juga gitu. Bahkan, okay, tell me I'm alay, cuman inilah satu hal, aku kerja emang cuman malam doang, tapi justru itu teman-temanku kuliah mereka selalu ngajak main habis kelas. Dan yang mereka tanyain apa? Kan kamu kerja tiap hari, kan kamu tiap malam, kan kamu kerja lagi, sampai kapan kamu mau kerja? Aku nggak making my own questions, okay? This is what they normally ask me. Dan I know it's only that kind of question, tapi that kind of question itu bikin aku desperate of what? Desperate of having fun. Okay, aku ngerasa kayak, what, am I not supposed to work? Am I not fun to you anymore karena aku kerja, jadi kalian gak bisa main sama aku sampai malam dan lain-lain. Jadi kayak itu bikin pikiran aku yang kemana-mana gitu kan. Itu overthinking. Tapi back to my own mindset, back to my own principle, bahwa I decided to not feel that way, and you know what, I'm on the right track. And ketambahan aku juga dapat support system dari my own mother that, you know what, it's okay. Even though your friends are having fun, they don't do that every single day. You're not missing out, okay? And if they want to hang out, or if I want to hang out, I can totally go every weekend. Okay, I have time on weekend, everything. Jadi kayak banyak jalan keluar yang bisa bikin aku pada akhirnya nyadar bahwa, you know what, aku tuh I'm not supposed to feel that way. I'm not supposed to think that way. Okay, the next reality check is probably jangan jadiin orang atau sesuatu menjadi tolak ukur. Okay, kalian, you have your own measurement. Okay, you have your own measurement of ability, of IQ, of what else, communication skills, of whatever skill or whatever that is. Okay, you have your own measurement, so does everyone. Okay, they have their own and you have your own. Menurut aku, having tolak ukur of something is the most nonsense thing that you could have done. Okay, beda sama goals. Okay, setting goals from someone, kayak misalnya kalian punya someone you really look up to, itu beda sama tolak ukur yang kalian bikin insecure. Okay, kalian kayak, tapi dia udah punya pacar di umur segini, tapi di umur segini dia udah nikah, dia di umur segini udah punya bisnis, dia di umur segini udah bisa berangkatin orang tuanya haji. Whatever that is, that's their own problem and you have your own. Okay, stop wasting your time to look at everyone that you see on the internet or even in real life. Gosh, this is so draining to tell you guys, but it's more draining for you to feel that way. So probably you guys say, nggak bisa Ken, mungkin kamu menyepelekan hal ini, kamu menyepelekan beberapa problems and everything. Enggak, aku nggak menyepelekan. Kalau aku menyepelekan itu, why would I care to make this episode? Okay, aku nggak menyepelekan everything or anything, karena if I do, I wouldn't even care to make this episode. Okay, all I care about is, come on guys, we have so much things to do, we have so much things ahead. Let's stop to think, to overthink, to overfeel everything that you have or that you feel. Okay, just stop. Kalian nyadar nggak kalau kalian sebagai Gen Z, kalian tuh sering dikatain sama generasi atas, apaan sih Gen Z alay, apaan sih Gen Z terlalu dramatis, apa segala macem. That is the reality. I agree with them. Okay, aku Gen Z guys, aku Gen Z and I agree with them. Okay, we are actually alay, we are actually dramatic and everything, tapi I have a reason for that. Okay, let's just say the reality that Gen Z faces not only real life problems but also social media problems, because sekarang zaman udah berkembang. You're not only dealing with what's in front of your eyes but also in front of your phone or on your phone or in your phone or whatsoever. Okay, jadi dan tuntutan itu makin banyak, mau nggak mau itu lebih banyak di generasi Z. Okay, banyak yang udah mulai kayak, kamu kuliah aja. Nah, pertanyaan kayak gitu datang dari generasi atas. Okay, generasi atas udah kayak, kamu nggak mau sambil magang, kamu nggak mau sambil kerja kuliahnya, kamu kerjanya nggak mau sambil kuliah and everything. Jadi kayak disuruh balance gitu ya. Itu hanya satu tuntutan, Bayangkan yang lain, kayak misalnya kamu nggak mau mulai nikah muda, kamu daripada pacaran lama-lama mendingan nikah muda, mendingan ta'aruf, apa segala macam. Banyak, banyak banget yang di face sama generasi Z itu banyak banget. Gimana ya bilangnya, kayak mau dibilang dramatis juga ya normal sih sebenarnya ya, karena we face different problems daripada generasi sebelumnya. Tapi kalian ambil positifnya aja. Omongan-omongan kayak gitu, it's your reality check. That's also a reality check for me, bahwa buat kalian yang punya masalah, buat aku yang punya masalah, buat semua orang yang punya masalah, selalu mereka, they have their own dominant feeling in their self, mereka tuh punya feeling, mereka punya specific feeling yang dominan di hati mereka, di pikiran mereka di saat mereka punya suatu masalah. Jadi, it's hard for them to think realistically, it's hard for them to see the point of view from outside of themselves, susah buat mereka melihat apa point of view dari orang lain ke mereka. It's hard for them to even think, untuk bahkan mikir realitanya aja tuh susah, karena ya itu tadi, mereka punya feeling yang dominan di dalam diri mereka sendiri. Makanya itu, take a reality check into something positive, jangan kalian feel offended by someone that is giving you a reality check, cause that is basically all you need. Karena feeling yang dominan tadi, balik lagi ke awal aku bilang, itu bakal makan energi kalian gak mau kemakan sama omongan atau pikiran kalian sendiri. Jadi everything that people say, take that as a positive thing, take that as an evaluation point for you, or just simply a reality check for you. Setelah kalian bisa mencerna, kalian udah bisa mencerna bahwa ini cuma reality check for me, this is only a reminder for me. And then gimana kalian act? You take the act out of it. Jadi gimana kalian bereaksi itu juga secara dewasa. Secara dewasanya kayak gimana? Ya itu tadi. Setelah kalian udah bisa mikir bahwa lah ini cuma a reminder for me, itu jadiin sebagai motivasi kalian untuk do better next time. I'm gonna give you an example for my experience, personal experience. Di saat aku lagi ngerasa capek kuliah kerja, dan I don't know, it's just draining a lot of my energy. Aku kerja dengan generasi atas, nggak ada Gen Z di tempat kerjaku, dan aku ngeliat mereka bahwa, you know what, they're doing the same thing as me, and the fact that I have even something more to do, which is kuliah, I feel superior gitu. And it doesn't matter, I feel the superior to myself, in myself, without showing it to them or to people gitu ya. Jadi kalian gak masalah kalian ngerasa pede dengan apa yang kalian lakuin, kalian ngerasa you're being too much, that doesn't matter, as long as it's to yourself without showing off to people. Dan ketambahan, aku selalu melihat ke orang-orang di sekitarku, mereka juga capek, Bunda juga capek. Bunda itu juga kerja full day, dan Bunda juga udah teach students a lot, thousands of students dari sebelum aku lahir, dan beliau betah-betah aja gitu ya, betah-betah aja jadi guru. Kenapa aku yang cuman jadi guru les aja, kenapa harus sedramatis ini gitu, kenapa harus secapek ini? So I keep on doing my work with that feeling, and I know sometimes it kills me, kayak you know what, this is not my time, this is not my it's not my responsibility and everything. Tapi just take that as something for you to grow. Semua orang tuh capek, gak cuman kalian, Buat kalian semester 2, yang semester 4 lebih capek, banyak project. Buat kalian yang semester 4, yang semester 6 lebih capek, ada methods, ada skripsi to do and everything. Buat kalian yang kelas nggak tuh? Buat kalian yang semester 6, banyak yang semester 8 udah semester 8 ngapain ya? Aku nggak tahu guys. Pokoknya gitulah. Jadi kayak you have to think that banyak orang di luar sana yang jauh lebih capek dari kalian, jauh lebih facing different problems, more serious problem than you. Jangan jadikan itu excuse kalian untuk give up, untuk do everything pas-pasan. Dia juga kayak gini kok, nilainya dia juga pas-pasan kok. That doesn't mean that you can do that too, if you can do better, why not? I am totally going to be doing another episode of talking about emotionally stable, what does it mean and how to and everything. because I do believe that it helps for this episode as well. But I thought for now, rather than kalian belajar theoretically atau secara secara istilahnya teori tentang emotionally stable, why not just give you a reality check yang dimana kalian bisa mencerna secara realitanya dulu tanpa harus memahami teori-teori atau caranya kayak gimana. Pokoknya kalian tahu realitasnya kayak gimana, kalian tahu point of view orang lain ke kalian itu kayak gimana, and that's all that matters for now. But for the next episodes, I'm of course going to be talking about that because, as you know, Hitam Putih Podcast is always talking about, or the genre is always about, self-improvement and mental health. So that's why totally I'm going to do an episode for that. So yeah, I hope this episode will land or be watched by someone yang udah bisa berpikir secara netral, yang udah bisa berpikir secara dewasa, and take this as a lesson to learn, or even if you have a different point of view from me, then you can take this as a topic to talk about. Bukan malah ditonton sama orang-orang yang pemikirannya sempit atau kurang maju. Come on guys, it's 2025. Be open to every single point of view or opinions from people. If you have a different opinion, go ahead and speak up just like me. I have my opinion and I speak up. If you disagree, you can definitely talk to me and, speak up. Okay, that's all for today's episode, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!